Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Aulia Hanifah from grade 2A in Mathematics Education. In this video, I will try to dub some video of motivational speech. The topic of this speech is about mathematics. The title is Math Isn't Hard or Isn't a Language by Mr. Randy Polisakar. Without spending any more time, let's take it out. %26%. On the national report part, at the percentage below for 12th grade for the subtraction in math. In America, we had everything as an exceptional country, but the 26% sound exceptional to you. Raise your hand if you think as the country we need to do way better than that. I'm with you. We all need math for why so many kids confused guys. It's because only 26% of people are hurt from that. Love 70% are not. After working with thousands of kids, I can tell you this is the case at all. Kids doesn't understand math because we have been teaching it at the human subject. But if we make math human again, it will start make sense again. You are probably wondering, how is math in every human in the first place? So think about it. Math is a human language just like English, Spanish, and Chinese because it allows people to communicate with each other. Even in ancient time, people need the language of math to contribute trade, to build monuments, and to measure the land for farming. This idea of math, the language, isn't exactly new. Great philosopher said, the laws of nature are written in the language of mathematics. So you see, even Galileo agreed, isn't it? But somewhere along the line, we are talking the language of math about the real world around us, and we abstracted beyond this recognition, and that's why kids, they get confused. Let me show you what it means. Well, this third grade California math standard, and people make sense when 8 years old. Understand the fraction 1 over b as the quantiform by one part when a whole is the partition into b equal part. Understand a fraction a over b as the quantiform by a part of size 1 over b. And if we give this description to an 8 years old, people would get reaction like this. To a math expert, the standard makes sense, but to a kid, it's an absolute torture. I told this example specifically because the fractions are the foundational to algebra, trigonometry, and even calculus. So kids don't understand fraction in the elementary middle school because it had halfway to ahead them in the high school. But there's a way to make subtraction simple and easy for kids to understand. Yes, just remember that math is the language and use that to further matters. For example, when I teach first grader how to add the subtraction, I start with the apple plus apple. Listen. First say yes, 1 apple plus 1 apple, and people often say to with the party correctly have them include the word as well as with the math of the language, but not just it's 2 apple. Next is 3 pencil plus 2 pencil. You all know that pencil plus pencil is pencil. So everyone, how many pencil? 5 pencil is right. And the key is you include the word. I tried to submit with my 5 years old niece in math. After she added pencil and pencil, I asked her what 4 billion plus 1 billion, and my aunt overheard in the distance. She called and said, "Are you crazy? She's been in kindergarten. How's she supposed to know 4 billion plus 1 billion? I've done it." My niece finance accounting looks up and says 5 billion, and I say that's right, it is 5 billion. My aunt stood ahead on that because she didn't accept that from the 5 years, but all you have to do is take a language approach and math become intuitive and easy to understand. That I asked her a question the kindergarten definitely not supposed to know. 1/3 plus 1/3, and she immediately answered 2/3, such as you are wondering how can she possibly know that when she doesn't know about the numerator and denominator yet. You see, she was thinking about numerator and denominator. She solved the problem this way, and she used 1 apple plus 1 apple as her analogy to answer 1/3 plus 1/3. So even a kindergartner can answer subtraction. You'd better believe that every third grader can do it as well. For fun, I asked her an algebra question: what 7x squared plus 2x squared? And then the 5 years correctly answered 9x squared. And she did it any exponent rules to figure that it out. So, when the people say that we are either weird or not, it's not true. Math is human language, so we have all the ability to understand this. We need to take a language approach to math urgently because too many kids are lost and they are insane about math, and it doesn't have to be that way. I work with an angry, frustrated high school student one who could pass the algebra because he only knew 44% of the multiplication text. I have told her that such a kind of where only know that 44% of the alphabet, holding me back. She could not pass her art public relation, and she had no confidence in that. As a result, this teenager had confidence in herself. I have told her we have to start with the multiplication, because once you know all of you have with your part, everything gets easier and they will be having a fastback every happy ride in Disneyland. What do you think? And she said okay, but she systematically learned the timetable in 4 weeks. And yes, even a multiplication has the language in better than that. You will be surprised how many kids then realize 7 times 3 can be spelled out as 7 times 3, which just means 3 7 times, just like that. So when kids see this way, they quickly realize that the repetition is slow and inconvenient, so they could memorize that 3 7 times. Although with the 21, the further teenager would at risk to dropping out, becoming fluent and confident in multiplication with a game changer, because for the first time, we can focus on the problem-solving interest of counting on the finger. And Mrs. at the corner when she figured out that 2 years curly at $445 amount would cost you $10,680. And she's looking at me disapprovingly, and she said, it's a polysolve, that's expensive. At the moment, not having wonder causing problem for her, but she looks giving a math solve problem as the result to an adult. As an educator, it's my duty to challenge kids to be tired. Truly, you with this challenge. Our country stopped at 26% subtraction, and I challenge you to pass the number higher. This is important because mathematical thinking not build young mind, but our kids need it to imagine and develop their future. Meeting this challenge can be as simple as apple plus apple. Insist that we teach math the human language, and we will get there sooner rather than later. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.